This episode is brought to you by Disney's Mufasa, The Lion King. Get tickets now for the ultimate family holiday movie experience. Reunite with the characters you know and the untold story you'd never expect. Witness Mufasa's rise from orphan to king and see how the legendary villain Scar got his name. Disney's Mufasa, The Lion King, in theaters everywhere this Friday. The kingdom awaits.
This episode is brought to you by Shopify. Upgrade your business with Shopify, home of the #1 checkout on the planet. Shop Pay boosts conversions up to 50%, meaning fewer carts going abandoned and more sales going cha-ching. So if you're into growing your business, get a commerce platform that's ready to sell wherever your customers are. Visit Shopify.com to upgrade your selling today.
What's up, y'all? It's Joe Budden, here to talk about Prize Picks. Football season is heating up, and Prize Picks is the best place to get real money sports action while watching football. With over 10 million members and billions of dollars in awarded winnings, Prize Picks has made daily fantasy sports accessible to all. The app is really simple to use. Pick 2 or more players across any sport, pick more or less on their projection, and you could win real cash on your lineup. Prize Picks even invented the flex play, so you can still cash out if one of your picks doesn't hit. On Prize Picks, you can mix and match players from different sports. Real money sports action while watching football.
Download the Prize Picks daily fantasy app today and use code FIELD and get $50 instantly when you play $5. That's code FIELD on Prize Picks to get $50 instantly when you play $5. You don't even need to win to receive the $50 bonus. It's guaranteed. Prize Picks. Run your game. Must be present in certain states. Visit prizepicks.com for restrictions and details.
Being a marketer's no sweat. You just have to manage dozens of channels, launch hundreds of campaigns, score thousands of leads, and okay, fine, it's a lot of sweat. Unless you have HubSpot's AI-powered marketing tools to help you do all that and more. Get started at HubSpot.com/marketers.
This episode is brought to you by Skinny Pop Popcorn. Perfectly popped, endlessly delicious. Oh, so light and crunchy. Skinny Pop Original Popcorn is the snack you've been searching for. Made with just 3 simple ingredients: popcorn kernels, sunflower oil, and salt. Snacking never felt or tasted so good. Perfectly popped, endlessly delicious. Give yourself permission to snack and pick up Skinny Pop Original Popcorn today.
I knew it. Another RHOBH Media production.
Hi, Chantal.
Hey, Roxanne. You sound a little sick over there.
I'm not sick at all anymore, but I lost my voice. And
Oh,
you guys, before we get into some stuff, my middle child, cut her hair. So
we knew she was going to be like this person.
did you not see the Snapchat?
No, I haven't.
Yeah, so Charlie does this weird thing where she'll steal scissors from her teacher's class because it's like baby scissors, and we only have big scissors here. And her homework, she has like a homework packet every week where they have to cut stuff. She hates the big ones. So she'll bring scissors, and I'm like, did you tell Miss Saib that you took these scissors? And she's like, no, I'm going to bring it back tomorrow. And I'm like, we need to stop doing that. And so all of a sudden I'm washing the dishes and everyone's quiet. And Sloan, the one who's usually not the quiet one, comes up to me and she's like, Mom, look, I cut my hair. Doesn't it look beautiful?
Oh my gosh. Does it look crazy?
It's like the front of it is gone. You screenshot it because I didn't save it and I snapped, like we have a cousin's Snapchat and I snapped it in there. And like I was cleaning up the kitchen before they went to bed, and by her chair in the kitchen, there was more hair. And I'm just like, I cannot. So guess what I did? I downloaded a Santa app and I had Santa call her and was like, Sloan, I know you're 4 years old and I know you know better. And she was freaking out. But
No way.
then she's so different because most people would be so scared. And she's like, but how do you know my name? Like, how do you know my name? And I was like, oh my gosh. So yeah. And so I already
You
have
should make sure her elf doesn't show up tomorrow.
I feel like she'll cry. I'll feel so bad, but maybe I should.
Okay, but like she needs to know that there's consequences to her thing. Like the whole point of Elf on the Shelf is to like say you guys are on your best behavior and just say maybe he's gone for one day, like be good and he'll come back or something before Christmas.
Well, my whole point is like you think my voice, like okay, my voice is already gone. Imagine the screaming and how ridiculous I sound when I was screaming because I was so mad. I'm sorry. I know there's like that gentle parenting stuff. I just couldn't do it in this moment.
No.
I could not. I was showering her and I was like, you have such beautiful hair. And I was like, and you love your hair, don't you? And she's like, yeah. And I was like, so you cannot cut your hair. It doesn't grow back. And she's looking at me and she's like, okay, mom. And I'm like, oh my God. She's going to be the death of me is all I know.
Like she's only 4 and she's doing this. Like that happens like first graders or something. She's 4 years old. She's crazy, man.
Yeah, I know. It was bad. And Charlie was like in the library room. She's like, what's happening? And then I went off on Charlie and I was like, if you take scissors from their class one more time. And I was just like, oh my gosh, I need them to go to bed. This was my day. And yeah, my voice sounds horrible. But honestly, I'm looking at this as a positive. Let my voice sound bad. Let my nose be stuffy. Let me be good by Christmas and by New Year's.
Yeah, I know. This is like the week that you should get sick and the next week you could be good.
I cannot wait for you guys to see what we do on New Year's because we're all going to be with each other, all our cousins, all our aunts. Chantel is staying with my mom, just so you guys in a water park. We're going to a water park in Ohio. It's called Kalahari, which is really scary.
Yeah.
But travel with flights is so expensive in New Year's. So my mom wanted to stay in my room, but it's 2 beds. I was like, Mom, I'm a family of 6. So she's staying with Chantel because Chantel's husband is staying back. And so, yeah, that's going to be.
Yeah. Well, okay. It's not just me and your mom. Like I'm taking in my parents you're such a liar over here. Like Roxanne could have easily like upgraded her room a little bit and paid like a little bit more. And like now I'm with I'm with my mom, my dad, my sister, her daughter, and Roxanne's mom and me in a room, same room as Roxanne.
Listen, but I'm also with my husband and like you and Chloe are not with your husbands.
I know, but there is a husband in the room. That's my dad.
Yeah. And my mom is like used to sleeping in rooms with your mom and dad. So it really does. It's fine. So I cannot wait. You guys, we will be, especially on our Patreon, we'll share more videos just because, you know, anything that we share are trolls. Like probably, I don't want them to come for our family or anything. But yeah, it's going to be so funny. And also I spoke to some Jerseylicious guests. At the beginning of the new year, we're having Jerseylicious guests. We're going back to Jerseylicious, bringing back, you know, a couple other people to get their experience. So stay tuned for that as well. It's going to be a little bit slow because it's the end of the holidays. We're both so busy and everyone's sick. So yeah.
Yeah.
So let's get into Beverly Hills because Roxanne doesn't have a voice. So
do you want to just touch on like topics like how we've been doing? Yeah.
What do we think?
I think overall it was a slow episode. I mean, Dorit is like, she is not stopping though, you guys. Like every episode, she is not stopping.
I know.
She is going hard for it.
You guys, I'm so sorry if my mic sounds weird because Chantel got us these expensive mics and I dropped mine and now it's broken.
Oh, so. I know. Like you're just like, you need to go in a shower of like, just like holy water. We need to put sage on her, like something.
Yeah, everything. Yeah. Okay. I'm sorry. Yeah. I mean, she is going in on this season.
No. So like, or should we go from the beginning?
Well,
there's not that much. Go ahead.
Yeah. No, go ahead.
And see, there's not that much that happened in the beginning. Like we see like Garcelle's house, like new house. Like I was very happy for her. You know, it looked beautiful. Like I would love to own a home like that, like right on the beach. And like, it was very pretty. What did you think of it?
Yeah, it was really nice.
Yeah. And then we also see the new girl's house. What's her name? I'm so bad.
Bose.
No, not Bose. The other one. The friend of.
Wait, who's the friend of?
Yeah, her house, and it's just so like eclectic. You know, it's like it's so wild how like, everyone's like style is just so different.
I don't like her style. That's not my style.
Yeah, you don't like that stuff at all. Mm-hmm. I feel like you're more Garcelle side. Like her house was like very clean and like minimal and like.
I'm Angie, but yes, Garcelle too.
Yeah.
But more so Angie. Angie's house is my vibe, is like my dream. But I want to just say, I don't know, but to me, this may be the downfall of Sutton. Because what Sutton's doing is she's targeting last season's controversial housewife, but this housewife is at her lowest. So it's kind of like Shannon. You know, Shannon gets a DUI. she's at her lowest, but then something even more horrible happens. Alexis gets on the show, and then Tamra targets her. That
and
never wins the audience over.
Yeah. And especially
Don't
when you're
put
coming
someone
from
down.
yeah, and especially when you're coming from left field, I feel like, and it's like, and then you have her like trying to be like the narrator all of a sudden. Like, I feel like she's like,
so cringe.
yeah, like it's like she almost is feeling like Kyle not caring as much. So she's trying to take on this like role of like, I'm the narrator of the show. I'm the person that like the group gets together for. Like, I'm gonna make sure we're all friends. And it's kind of like, son, this is not your place. Like you've never been that person. We don't want you to be that person. Let's not ever go there again.
Yeah. I think, by the way, when it comes to Dorit, she held things in for so long to keep up and act like everything is perfect. And now she's just being so honest about it all. And I appreciate that because I feel like with Kyle, she struggled to be transparent. We didn't get that with her.
Yeah. But I also feel like because like even now though, it's like she still can't really be so transparent because like I feel like she still loves her relationship a lot.
With Mauricio?
Yeah. They're just holding that very sacred. I don't know, whatever type of relationship they have, they're holding that sacred.
Yeah. There was a scene with Garcelle and Sutton, though, you guys, where Garcelle says, she implies that PK had something to do with it.
Yeah. So she says, like, listen, like, I don't, you know what? But that made me think about it a little bit.
Same.
Oh my God. Like, it made me just think, like, okay, like, all of this started happening, like, after the robbery stuff. Like, did it go too far? Like, does Dorit feel that same way? Like, that is a big accusation, but it made me think.
Yeah, I mean, what I think about it is, first off, I've known people to do some not known people. We know of people who've done weird shit like that in Michigan. I like, haven't you heard of some people doing that?
Like
I don't insurance claim, like doing something.
Yeah, doing something shady for insurance money for sure.
Yeah, like burning down their buildings. I guess. But yeah, we've heard that. But I do think, listen, Garcelle said what maybe we should keep in our head. But I did also kind of feel like, listen, PK is stressed. He looks tired. Financially, he has taken a hit. He does not have what he thought he had. So this could be something, and he just didn't think Dorit was going to be there.
Like, that's insane. I mean, like, that's such a big thing. So, like, let's say that's just wild. Like, that is crazy. And like, and then at this point, it's like, do you think that Dorit knows a little bit and like feels that way? Like something in her gut is not sitting right. So it's like, this is.
I don't think
you never know.
Yeah, I don't think she does.
Okay.
Yeah, I don't.
Yeah, but that was a crazy story. And then we also get, I don't know if it was in the same scene, but like since we're talking about, Garcelle and Sutton talking, like, Garcelle tells her what Kyle told her about like, her and PK texting. And then this is where Dorit's like, Garcelle's like, I don't like that. Like, I don't like if my ex-husband was texting you, like, that's not, something's weird about that. I don't like it. And then Sutton was trying to kind of have Kyle's back, a little bit. What'd you say?
You're a hot mess.
I know when I don't have notes, it's like hard. I should be writing it down. But Sutton was like trying to have Kyle's back. And I felt it was weird that she's having her back. Like, I feel like the right answer and the right thing is like, you should not be talking to PK. Even if you and Dorit are not friends right now, you should not be talking to him.
Well, so she talked about it on Watch What Happens Live, and she doubled down and she was like, listen, like, we always just had a fun relationship. There was nothing more to it. And then she was like, she made it like, oh, I haven't talked to him in so long. And then she tried to say he's like one of the girls. That's what she said.
Okay, so it doesn't matter. He's one of the girls that's married to the girl on the cast.
And also he's being a piece of shit to her. So it's like,
exactly. Yeah. And like, what do we feel about him now all of a sudden not talking to her for 2 weeks? Like, I don't understand that. Like, why? I know you're going through a separation, but there has to be some sort of communication. You have little kids.
It's just crazy how you could be married to someone and then they treat you like that.
I know. Like, that's dirty. Like, that's like the shit that like I would remember and be like, I'm coming for you.
Yeah. I'd be like, any dime you have, I'm taking it. So
yeah.
Easily. But she wants him back. She wants him back, but it's so funny because I guarantee you Dorit's going to end up with like the hottest guy.
And she should, man.
Yeah. It's crazy because we find out that Erica hasn't let go of her feelings when it comes to Sutton. Were you surprised to see that?
No, I'm not. Because like I feel like it's deserving too. It really is.
Yeah.
Sutton has done a lot of shit. Like, it's funny because like I think you had reposted on our Twitter today or on our Instagram tonight about how Dorit is like retweeting like fans memes and like
dragging Sutton. They're literally, these memes are dragging Sutton and dragging Camille, and Dorit just keeps reposting them.
Yeah, and like the Dorit stuff, or the Dorit and like Sutton stuff is so true though. It's like she really does try to go after everyone that's having a hard time, and it's like, is that your like MO right there? Like, you know that by doing that you're gonna get back on the show every single time, or you're gonna be the star of the show. Like, what is your purpose of that? Like, why when someone's low you have to question everything and go after them a little bit?
Listen, I think we forget that we actually were Team Sutton at one point. Like, they were all going after Kathy Hilton, the Crystal stuff, Sutton defending Denise. So she did do some good things. She became a fan favorite. And what happens is either you become a fan favorite and you're a genuine person, or you become a fan favorite and then you become a fame whore, like who's like doing all the wrong things, who's trying to keep up, and you completely change who you really were. So I think about like Jen from OC. She's a genuine good person, right? Fan favorite. The next season, same energy, same everything. Sutton has changed season after season. She's always been like quirky, but she's changed. And now she thinks she's like you were saying, the top dog. No, you're not.
You're really not. No one wants to listen to you. Like, when you open your mouth, they all want to yawn and be like, what is happening here?
Yeah, no one has a connection with her. And Garcelle's connection with her is fake. I don't care. I said it.
Oh, God. I feel like what you said, though, originally, you said in the beginning it was fake and now it is more real. And like, that's for sure.
Bose gives me such corporate vibes. Like, I feel like Bose is so normal and she sees how viewers would see things. And it's not because viewers are seeing it that way that she would. But I don't know. I just feel like, in corporate, you learn so much and about people and, what is that? And like emotional intelligence and all that.
Yeah,
stuff.
no, she worked for Pepsi. Like, it's a big deal. Like, her like resume is so impressive. So it's like, for sure. Like, if that's what you're picking up on. What is it?
Netflix.
Oh, she worked for Netflix too?
Why'd you say Pepsi?
No, she worked for Pepsi.
Oh, did she?
Yeah, she worked for her majority of her career as in marketing of Pepsi. Like, she's the one that like got them to be the Super Bowl drink of choice. Like, she really like spearheaded that.
Oh my god!
Were you not watching on her first episode over there?
Maybe not. Okay, remember though that commercial with Kendall Jenner? That was so bad. And
let's hope it wasn't with Bose. I don't think it was though. She like had left like I think yeah.
Okay, well, yeah. I don't know. So at the end, they all have dinner and they get into it again. And Bose is literally calling out Sutton because Sutton is being so weird towards Dorit. And Dorit's not having it. And Dorit's like, listen, Sutton, my life is hell right now. I'm being as transparent as possible. And Sutton's reaching, and it makes no sense because as Dorit says, dude, you just tried to be good with me 2 days ago. And then I liked how Bose was like, don't weaponize, what she's going through. So I just feel like Bose clocked Sutton. And then the Camille stuff happens, and Camille randomly is like, or wait, this was not at dinner. Where was this?
This was at Kyle's like diamond party. Yeah.
And then Camille comes, and I like when Camille comes. What do you think?
Yeah, I don't mind her.
Yeah. And Dorit just like, and Camille's like, remember when I was going through stuff and my mom died and you called me a see you next Tuesday? And Dorit's like, get over that. You know what? This time you are a see you next Tuesday. Why are you even here? You're so desperate. And I was like,
but it was a lot. Like, that was a lot for me. Like, I was like,
I agree. Oh my God, Chantel, because I'm like with what Dorit's doing. But like, I hate when people act like that because at the end of the day, you don't know, Dorit, if you're going to be in Camille's position one day. So for her to be like, you're desperate to come on. I don't know. I felt like ick about that too.
Yeah. It was a weird situation for both of them. Like, I was like, what is happening here? This show is sponsored by BetterHelp. The holidays are here, and for me, it's all about the cozy moments, wrapping up in a blanket, hot cocoa in hand, and enjoying a family movie night. My favorite movie is Home Alone this season around. So it's a season of warmth and connection, but it's also the time I like to reflect and prioritize self-care. One way to do that is through therapy. It's a gift that keeps giving, helping you build coping skills, set boundaries, and become the best version of yourself no matter the season. That's why I'm excited to share BetterHelp. BetterHelp is a therapy made easy easy. It's fully online, designed to fit into your busy schedule. You start by filling out a simple questionnaire to get matched with a licensed therapist, and if the match isn't quite right, you can switch at any time, no extra charge. Find comfort this December with BetterHelp. Visit betterhelp.com/TRH to get 10% off your first month. That's BetterHelp with a P, HELP.com/TRH.
This episode is brought to you by LifeLock. The holidays mean more travel, more shopping, more time online, and more personal info in places that could expose you to identity theft. That's why LifeLock monitors millions of data points every second. If your identity is stolen, their US-based restoration specialists will fix it, guaranteed or your money back. Get more holiday fun and less holiday worry with LifeLock. Save up to 40% your first year. Visit LifeLock.com/podcast. Terms apply.
Yeah, I don't know. That
And
episode,
then, but then it was funny that like Camille was like to Erica, like, what's your name or something, and Erica saw fucking red. And then like in her confessional, she goes, she is a cunt. I was dying though.
Erica's being so funny, but I genuinely think that she was kind of shocked by everything, that she missed it because of that.
Yeah, no, I know.
And Erica's name on Instagram is like the pretty mess and all that. So I don't know.
But still.
So
Like she's been like with these ladies in and out all the time. But like the one thing I wanted to say too about this conversation is like when she was going after Dory, like you could see Kyle like low-key loving it. And it's just so crazy how like the tides turn.
I know. And then Kyle on Watch What Happens Live agreed that Dory went too far in regards to Camille, but majority of I don't believe those polls though, but
no, the polls are so stupid.
The polls said the complete opposite, and Kyle's like, oh, okay. So I don't know. What did we think about? Are we done with Beverly Hills? I feel like
yeah. There wasn't that much like stuff going on with Beverly Hills. But my, the Salt Lake City though, honey, like that was crazy.
I know. I'm sorry if I'm rushing. I'm also so scared that you guys are going to leave a review about my voice. So I'm trying.
I think your voice just reminds everyone of like the OG days when there was like weeks. There was like weeks of your voice like this. I think like literally your voice was like this on the episode with Ryan, and like that was aired on OC. Like God bless.
Oh my gosh, what's so crazy is you're so right. I was listening back to episodes, and I was like, the fact that me and her recorded during this time and that people listen is the scariest thing ever.
I know. So like, thank you for still here in this moment listening to Roxanne right now, because like, even when we got on right now, like, should we even record this? Like, are you sure you want to record? I don't even know.
Chantal heard me because I haven't talked to Chantal on the phone today. I haven't been calling her because I don't like, there's no point. And Chantal was like, I don't think we should do this. And I was like, no, let's just do it, because we both have like such a busy week. So I'm like, no, like this is our time. We have to do it. And she's like, ay, por favor.
Literally.
But yeah, Salt Lake City was crazy.
Oh my gosh. Like, I don't even know. I just can't like, so, okay. What are we, before we even get into the moments, like though, I want to know, like, where are you, except from this episode, take this episode out of your face, out of your head. I mean, where are you with Lisa? Like, what are your vibes with her again this season?
I'm getting annoyed with Lisa.
You were before this episode, right?
Yes. I usually Lisa. I usually do. And every season I'm like, dude, people are so hard on her. And I usually like her. I'm not saying I don't like her. I still like her. Chantal and I have loved Angie from season 1. From the first season she came on. And a lot of people did not like Angie. Everyone tweeted horrible things about Angie. And me and Chantal never understood it. I don't like Lisa in the situation when it comes to Angie. I don't care about the Bronwyn stuff, but the Angie stuff, I think Lisa's being very messy and annoying.
I think in general, she's just being so like, what in the like holy hell is happening with her? Like, I really can't even defend her anymore at this point, because she really is just being like, even when she was crying at the end of this episode, I did not even feel bad for her.
Yeah, it's crazy.
What scene? Want to go to the yacht scene first?
Yeah, I wanted to say before the yacht, when they're in the car, I actually find Heather to be a little bit annoying. When Bronwyn was telling the story about the dog, and she was saying, you know, before Todd's photo, he was like thinking Bronwyn was probably being dramatic, and he said, I mean, listen, you guys, we've seen Bronwyn be dramatic multiple times, okay? So I don't think it's quite a shocker if her husband thinks that. When with what I've seen like 300 personalities here, okay? So, and I like, you know, I don't know how I feel about Bronwyn actually. And I guess like what I'm trying to say is when Heather was like, your husband didn't like go to the hospital right away. And she's like, well, no, when I showed him the picture, he was like, oh my God, that is really bad. She's like, that was a bad scratch. Okay, Bronwyn, it was. And I was just like, shut the hell up, Heather.
I know, but I do think like she hit the like she kind of had a vibe though. She did because like she's feeling this way and she's seen how like, you know, her husband has been talking to her. We've seen it where we get so scared of like the relationship, and it's like she kind of had a feeling like that there was more to their relationship than we even all knew.
I'm sure you listen, there's a reason why, for example, with New Jersey, none of the husbands want to come on the show. That there's a million people who can be cast that are so good, but their husbands refuse to do it because everything is picked apart. This is a man who was very successful. He's such a grumpy, like weirdo to me. Like I could never be married to someone like this, but he was very successful. And it's one of those things where she knew what she was marrying. And now that she's on the show, she's going to make it a problem.
Yeah, no, for
And
sure.
that's where I'm like, dude, come on. Why are like all the women that are dying to get out of their marriage coming onto these shows?
Because it is a great moment for them to kind of start being independent, and then they get financially independent. And this is their time to almost like this is their escape.
It's so funny. I wrote, I fear I'm on the fence when it comes to Lisa.
Oh my God, no, seriously. But then when we get on the yacht, she does like tell everyone that, you know, Todd cheated. She found out that Todd cheated on her. And so are we surprised by that?
Well, I think I wrote something about that. Wait, I wanted to say something before we get into that. What did you think about Brittany implying something is off with Meredith? And then Whitney conveniently, when they're in the bus and Meredith sleeps, is like, hey, Meredith, is everything okay?
I mean, I think Meredith is off all the time. So it's like, I don't think there's something wrong with them like asking, because she is like off the rocker half the time.
I don't think she abuses Xanax or something, but I feel like I wouldn't be surprised if she uses it.
Yeah, for sure.
I also, I wanted to say, I really do like seeing Lisa talk about her son and us seeing her son. I don't know why, but I love seeing the family when I watch shows like this.
You said you like seeing the family?
Yeah, I like seeing families. I love that. Like, I don't want to see about the wife. I want to see the son. I want to see what's going on, you know? So I like that. But I have a serious question. What is actually wrong with Brittany?
No, I know. Like, really, you guys, like, do people... Oh my God, didn't I send you that TikTok of like her being married one time to that guy?
Yeah, I saw.
Yeah, she's a very troubled girl, you guys. Like, I don't know what's wrong with her. And for her, like, I really think that like in her head, she's constantly thinking about herself, that like at any moment she's just ready to talk about herself. So like when they're not talking about her and they're talking about, you know, her son, she wants to be like, why aren't you guys talking about me? Like, why aren't you guys disengaged with me? Like, she's so insecure and desperate.
I can't imagine. It was her daughter, not her son. I can't imagine.
I'm saying when Lisa was talking about her son, she like was dying.
So, well, here's the thing. She ends up saying, oh, you guys seem to be very empathetic towards Lisa, but when I told you guys I was talking to my daughter, you weren't like that towards me. But we see a flashback and everyone's like, oh, okay. I don't know what she wanted. And it was just such an awkward thing. I can't imagine Brittany has friends outside of the show.
No. And it's like everyone like caught on to that very like quick with her, because imagine like every time you say a story, you're like, I have an announcement, you guys. I have something to say. So you're all like,
so cringe.
Yeah. So you're like all like, you know, at the edge of your seat waiting to hear this announcement. And then it's like something that like you weren't even thinking about. And then you hear it and you're like, oh, okay. Yeah. Like it's awkward.
Well, so Bronwyn ends up saying, do you care more about saying you have an announcement or actually speaking to your daughter? And Brittany says, you're a bitch for that. And I mean, Bronwyn, I kind of feel like Bronwyn deserved that, even though I think Brittany is unstable. But I also think Bronwyn's unstable, so it's weird.
They're just all calling each other out, though. They're just crazy. They're wild over there.
The weirdest part was like, she called her a B word. Bronwyn looks at Lisa and she's like, you don't even defend me. And I'm just like, oh my God.
I know. It's like there's underlying things with them too.
So I haven't been feeling Brittany at all, but Bronwyn gives me the Jackie Goldschneider energy when it was Jackie's first season towards Jennifer. And I always say this, but again, I loved OC because when it was her second season, Katie came in and she took Katie under her wing. When it's an easy thing to target the other new girl or the newest girl. And that's exactly what Bronwyn is doing. And I feel like it's kind of deserving for Brittany because she really is too much, but it's also mean. I don't know.
No, I think she deserves it. I'm sorry. Like it's like she
Really?
can't be she can't be fake about this friendship. Like it's too much. Like I would never be a friends with Brittany in my whole life ever. Like I tell you all the time I can't handle desperate energy and she reeks of it.
Chantel says I have desperate energy for her.
No, you have desperate energy at times.
With you. Let's
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah. So during this boat, out of nowhere, Bronwyn's like, after she is like, Lisa, you're not defending me. And Lisa's like, wait, what? How am I getting dragged into this? And Bronwyn's like, you don't know what I go through. You guys don't know what I go through with Todd and his infidelity. And we're all like, what the fuck just happened?
Yeah. That was weird the way I think it was weird the setting. But then
does she give you Monica vibes at all?
I don't know. Like, but in what way? Like, I don't see that.
I don't know. Like, she's trying to make a moment because no one was even talking about Todd. So it's like, I get if someone's talking about their marriage. I know what she was trying to imply is like, I'm just like you guys, but I don't think that any of them thought that you weren't like them. So I don't know.
I thought it was just like wild how like she just, blasted her husband like this so easily when it wasn't even a topic of conversation. Like no one asked about it. No one was like this and you just blasted him out.
Listen, her husband's I'm not feeling her husband. I don't like him. But girl, you're married to him. So I'm not quite sure what the hell you're doing and what you're expecting.
Yeah.
And it was just, everyone was like, oh my gosh, I'm sorry. And whatever. And then when they walk away, Lisa looks at Angie and she asks her something. And she basically says on her mic that Todd's going to lose his mind when he sees this. And again, it's no wonder that these husbands don't want to be on the show because I would look at my husband if roles were reversed and I'd be like, why the hell did you randomly say that when we weren't talking about me? Like, I get if we were talking about our relationship, but you just wanted it to be out there so badly.
Yeah, no, that would piss me off for sure. And I'm not defending him. But then also what we did on the boat, though, Meredith and Lisa both like kind of had, I don't know what exactly they said, but they were basically sticking up for, like they were kind of giving light to Todd more than her. Like they were kind of defending Todd in a weird way on the boat too.
I don't think they were doing it more than I just think they're thinking of it where it's like, I don't want to shit on your husband because you're still married to him. So I'm not going to bash him completely because it sounds like there's no divorce happening.
I know, but why can't you just say that's such a shitty thing to go through? I'm so sorry you went through that. Like, why can't you just say that? Like, it doesn't have to be you're taking a side.
Look, I think they did say that. And then I think they also said, listen, Meredith tried to be relatable. We had to start all over. This is how Seth was treating me and we had to start all over. And what's her name? Lisa was kind of like, this is sad. But Lisa also was like, probably thinking, okay, we've known each other for 10 years. You've never brought this up to me. And of course you like bring this up during the show. I kind of would be like, bruh, like I would be like, bruh, I don't know. I would look at my friend like,
but would you think that your friend's lying?
No, I'm not saying that she's lying.
Okay.
No, I'm just saying like, damn, you are kind of thirsty to just randomly bring this up on the show. And it sucks that you went through it, but you never even told me it. And you're just telling these group of women on TV when you and your husband are on good terms, I think.
Yeah, definitely her the moment and like how she did it and all those things were very weird. It didn't feel like natural, didn't feel like the moment they were on a yacht. Like it just, everything was weird. There was no speculation. There was no like lead up to it. So yeah, I mean, it was definitely very odd. I don't think we've ever seen that.
Yeah, that's what. And so Bronwyn is mad that Lisa and Meredith were sticking up for Todd, and Whitney later talks about it with Bronwyn and Heather and Angie. And Whitney's like,
Whitney was more mad though. Whitney was pissed about it.
Well, yeah, because Whitney doesn't like them. So Whitney's like, well, they've been cheaters. They've been accused of being cheaters before. And I'm just kind of weirded out that Bronwyn is giving this energy of, I want them to talk shit about my husband. I get kikiing and doing that with your close friend, but on national television, this is weird to me.
Yeah, no, I can see that. But I mean, I thought that was crazy though for like Whitney to say like it's because they're the cheaters, like for her to like bring that out there and like no one really defended. Like Heather didn't defend it, Angie didn't defend that. They're all just like maybe like it was just it's so crazy. Like that's such a bad thing to like have as your reputation, like that you might have cheated on your husband.
Whitney's just dirty. I don't even like Whitney. She's just dirty, dude. She really is. She'll just say and bring up things. I just don't vibe with her.
Yeah, I kind of like her right now. Like she's like just doing. She's like there. You know, she hasn't been doing the most, but she's been funny in certain situations.
Yeah. So before they go to dinner, Brittany again asked Meredith because Brittany says that the night before that Meredith was what, Chantal? She was throwing up.
She was crying and throwing up.
Yeah, she was crying and throwing up. And so she's like, "Are you sure you're okay?" And Meredith is like, "Yeah." But then they go to dinner, and what does Brittany do? Brittany is like, everybody.
Do you think the producers made her do this?
No, I just think she's such like a cringe person. And Brittany is like, "Yeah, are you okay? Because you were like crying." And then Bronwyn basically shits on Brittany yet again and is like, "This is what she told us."
Yeah, but that's like what. Sorry, go ahead.
I said, I don't know why Brittany's telling Bronwyn things.
Yeah, this is the thing that I don't like about Bronwyn is that like the minute you tell her something, she's that person that right away goes and says, "Oh, this person told me," or "I told this person." It's like, leave me out of it. Like, leave me out of it. Like,
it's so much worse for the person who told her.
Yeah,
throws them under the bus so badly, and
then it's like. It's like, you know, I hate this. Like sometimes some of my friends will do this, you know, where in the sense of like, they'll tell you something and then like, it has nothing to do with you. Right. So they'll tell you something. And then all of a sudden they end up confronting the person that's about and says, "Oh, I told so-and-so this too." It's like, why are you bringing me into it just because you told me?
Yeah, because then that puts you in an uncomfortable situation.
Yeah, because it makes it seem like you're like either disloyal or like you were talking about it, and it's like you just came and told me. Like why am I involved? So it's like she's like very messy with that.
Yeah, I don't like that at all about her.
Me either. It really is starting to bother me because it's like every episode we're seeing it.
But yeah, Meredith is off. She's off.
No, she's off for sure. Maybe she has anxiety going on trips. I think that's what it is. And I think that's like when we see her like the most like crazy. Yeah, so like she just needs to be in her home.
So then, you know, Angie's like, "Dude, I thought we moved on. Is there more to it?" And Meredith is like, "There's nothing more to it." And then Lisa gets involved. And it's like, I don't understand why Lisa is going backwards with Angie when she agreed to move forward with her.
Yeah, no, I thought that was weird too. And then I thought her tone was more off-putting than Angie's tone. Like when she's like, you know, just like putting her hands and like making it a thing like she has to stick up for Meredith. It's like, let Angie and Meredith just have a conversation.
Well, then, so Angie and Meredith are talking, and then Lisa gets involved, which Angie says, "Stay out of it." Then Lisa says, "Don't tell me to stay out of it." But then Bronwyn inserts herself, and Lisa lets it slide. But then Whitney does, and back to Bronwyn, and Lisa's like, "Stay out of it," even though she got mad when Angie said stay out of it. So I'm just like, this is a hot mess express.
Yeah, and then like the biggest thing is like I think she was crying because of like everyone just ganging up on her and like yeah. she's seeing, but she made it seem like she cried because Angie all of a sudden says that like Bronwyn has opened up to us like, you know, more than you have like ever. And like apparently that made her cry so much because she's like feels like she's opened up with Angie. But like why would that make you cry though?
No, but she said that to Lisa, I thought.
She did. She's saying that to Lisa about Bronwyn, saying like, you know, Bronwyn has opened up more than you've even opened up, you know?
Oh, yeah. Okay.
I just don't get why they'd make her cry. Like, she's just saying that, you know, Bronwyn has opened.
Lisa was like, dude, because Lisa and Angie had a Jacqueline Teresa type of relationship where they were on the phone for hours every single day when they weren't filming. So Lisa's probably like, what are you saying right now?
Yeah, but like, I think what she's trying to say is like, open up in front of the ladies. Like, yeah, maybe you've opened up in front of me, but like, you don't tell like you haven't opened up in front of the audience and these ladies as much as Bronwyn has in like the short amount of time. Like, that's how I took it.
Yeah.
So it's like, why is she crying? But like, then I knew she was crying because she just felt like ganged up on. Like, you know, all these ladies are like having problems with her. But like, you really should look in the mirror.
Yeah, no, for sure.
This is not the first season either. We've defended her so much sometimes because like I do feel like she can be in the right, but like it's like, okay, maybe you should look into the mirror and see where you play a factor into this.
Yeah. I'm so annoyed because every time I start talking, my nose starts plugging and I'm like, I hate when that happens.
But hold on, the funniest part of the show, of the episode, was when, like, back to, like, hold on, Meredith, like, saying something like, I was crying because she called her a slut. And then Whitney's confessional, she goes, I had no idea she was the advocates of the sluts of America.
It was funny, I'm not gonna lie.
No, I literally laughed out loud. And, like, sometimes it's hard for me. Like, I only laugh out loud, like, in Married to Medicine or Mary sometimes. And, like, Whitney had me rolling.
It's so funny because there's this TikTok trend going around, and if you guys know about the olive oil story, and it had like millions and millions of views, and everyone was cracking up about it and reposting it. And I'm like, man, I don't get why people are laughing at this. But then I found my type of people where they're like, is something wrong with me? Because I didn't find it funny, like how the whole world has found it funny. So yeah, it's very hard for me to like laugh at certain things.
Yeah.
Is my point.
Okay. Did you laugh at that though?
No, I did laugh. Like no, I don't think I laughed. I just said, damn, she clocked her.
No, that was so funny.
You guys, okay, I just want to go over one topic and then I need to like rest my voice. So I'm sorry. But Andy came out and said, stop mother effing asking me about New Jersey. It's not happening. It's not going to happen for another year. And no one's going to know anything until something happens. So basically saying 2026, we were the first one. I mean, he did an interview and then we were the first one to release a story and then everyone started posting about it. But yeah, it's super wild.
I know. I want to talk more about it too on our Patreon, but
that's fine.
Oh, what'd you say?
I said that's fine. We can do that.
Yeah, but I do think for him to say 2026, you guys, that's a year away. Like that's wild.
Well, he didn't say 2026. He said it won't
be a year.
Yeah, he said you have another year.
Which is 2026.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, so it's crazy. It really is. So I mean, tune into our Patreon where we talk about it way more in depth. But yeah, I need a break. So I'm sorry if this was the most cringe because I would have probably turned it off. So if you got to here, I love you. Okay, I just want you to know because I would have. All right. Well,
bye guys. We'll see you. Oh my God. Yeah, we'll have one more episode out before Christmas. So we'll be back.
Yeah. All right. Bye guys.
Bye guys.
Are you looking for a partner that truly gets digital? At RHOBH Marketing, we were born digital. It's not just what we do, it's who we are. From cutting-edge AI solutions to innovative advertising strategies, we lead our clients into the future with technologies that deliver real, measurable results. With over 15 years of lasting partnerships, we're proud to help businesses achieve their goals and maximize ROI every step of the way. If you're ready to take your marketing to the next level, visit RHOBHmarketing.com today. RHOBH Marketing, where digital meets results.